Hello and welcome everyone. The story mission for today will lead me into new territory to create hunting pressure in the fields. This mission introduces Marvin Tressler, who hosts hunts for wild boars in Hirschfelden. He wants to get on crabby old Robert Zommer's good side by creating hunting pressure in the fields and keep the boars out of the farmlands. So he wants me to travel to both the Mullerwald and Ritterstein Strawfields to create hunting pressure. Both areas are within the Hirschfelden region of the map in the northeastern corner. To complete the mission, I'll have to stack 2 or more hunting pressure zones on top of each other, but within the highlighted areas. Despite what the mission log implies, the hunting pressure can be created by shooting any animal, not just wild boars. Hunting pressure is created in the location where the shot connected, not where the animal went down, so I'll keep that in mind while taking my shots. To stack the hunting pressure, I'll need to fatally shoot 2 animals within about 250 meters of each other. Herds provide potential to get 2 animals at the same time, so targeting them could make quick work of the mission. Since any animal, big or small, male or female will do, I'll bring a loadout that covers the broadest spectrum of classes that I can. There are no bison on this side of the map, so I don't need to worry about Class 9. Also, a variety of collars may come in handy to cover my bases. It was 10:15 in the morning when I decided to ignore a bison in Bondorf, and fast-traveled to the Ritterstein Lake outpost to begin the mission. I then followed the road to reach the Ritterstein Strawfields, holding my shots as I went, trying not to spook any potential animals I might come across when I get there.
These are the fields I mentioned. Now you just need to find something to harvest.
Next, I began glassing the fields and searching for tracks. Even though any animal would create hunting pressure, I had hopes of finding something decent. Since I was new to the area, I didn't have much to go on, so I hoped to come across something good as I went. A level 3 fallow buck caught my eye. I began a slow pursuit across the field after him, but he was already nervous and headed for the woods. I tried to stay low and quiet, but apparently it wasn't quite good enough, and bumped into a group of pigs along the way. They were on the other side of the rise, and I had a decent wind, so I tried to sneak in quietly to take a look at what was in the herd. As I got closer, I could hear them scurrying around the hillside. Since they were so close, I pulled out my sidearm. I came across an attentive level 2 boar. I could hear the other pigs around me and kept a sharp eye out. I held my angle, waiting for a clear shot. However, his friend had had enough and decided to try to drive me off. I dodged her, but lost my angle on the male. He decided to run and bolted up over the hill. In doing so, I had now flushed the entire herd into the open field. And he's down. The level 4 would do nicely as well, so I quickly reloaded for another shot. I wasn't sure if my shot made contact, so I reloaded again. But this time I wasn't quick enough and lost him in the trees. The fella in front of me was down though for sure, so I headed over to harvest him. My first boar from Marvin Tressler is a silver level 3, scoring 83.37. My high-powered rifle had no problem tagging him in the left lung and stomach at 37 meters. I have to admit, though, I was a little confused when I accepted the harvest and completed the objective.
Excellent. That should keep the boar off this field. Now on to the next one.
I checked my map and discovered another blot of hunting pressure where I shot the second boar. Delighted, I began to track him into the woods. I was a little disappointed to find that I didn't get vital blood. As a result, I tracked him across the road and found him on the other side of the hill. This fella would have made a decent score in gold at 121.38, but I screwed up the harvest check by missing a vital and hitting him in the skull. Quick running shots are often a roll of the dice, but at least he went down and created the hunting pressure I needed. With my second harvest claimed, it was time to move on to the next phase of the mission. To get to the Mullerwald Strawfields, I headed back up the road and followed it north and east to the second highlighted area. Like before, I kept an eye out for animals, tracks, and clues as I explored the area. As I did so, I found an outpost near the lookout to the north. The first chance I got came when I returned to the Strawfields. He's a decent level 3 fallow buck, so I snuck in a little closer to get a nice clean shot. He's an uncommon, white-colored silver, scoring 170.98. These uncommon furs are always fun to find. My single shot got him in the right lung at 131 meters. My second chance came in the next field over, when I spotted a sow resting on the edge of the fields. The wind was a little questionable, so I circled to the southwest to stay downwind. When I got to the road, I had a better view of the group. Nearest to the road was a level 2 male, and the best one of them all. Without a whole lot of options and a questionable shooting angle, I closed the distance for a shot with a pistol. Once I got it about 50 meters away, I opened up. The second shot looked a little behind him, but the first shot felt pretty good. This guy is a silver level 2 scoring 62.55. My first shot did the trick, hitting him while he was laying down in the intestines and liver. But I noticed after harvesting the animal that the mission was still active. A quick check to the map showed that even though the hunting pressure was close, it didn't overlap. So I was tasked with looking for something else nearby. And I didn't have far to look at all. I took cover in the brush and watched. And it wasn't long before they landed. A quick check to the map showed what I was looking for, as the new pressure overlapped the last one. Now all I needed was to cash in on my prize. I ended up bagging a level 3 male, scoring silver at 6.14. He's not a monster either, but I am glad to see that the fatal shot connected, despite being taken from a shotgun at almost 80 meters away. Once I made the harvest, I completed the second objective and the mission.
Great. We've got some hunting pressure on this one now, too. This should get Zomel off Marvin's back. He'll be relieved.
The real trick to this one was stacking the hunting pressure, but since I could get any animal, the options were nice and wide open. Getting 2 harvests from one herd was the most efficient way to do it, but it can be done otherwise if you're patient too. If you found this video helpful, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content. Variety is the name of the game for the next story mission, and I'll be roaming the land to create hunting pressure to please Sommer once again. Thanks for watching.